In the bustling environment of New York City construction, workers in Queens stumbled upon an unexpected find that momentarily eclipsed all the usual chaos of their worksite. While excavating, instead of unearthing the expected soil and roots, they encountered a startling historical relic. A routine dig quickly turned into an extraordinary discovery when the clang of metal against metal halted their work. To their astonishment, beneath a layer of metal sheets lay a discovery far removed from the mundane expectations of rocks and dirt. Upon closer inspection, the crew uncovered what appeared to be human remains, prompting an immediate call to the authorities. Detectives Warren and Seas arrived on the scene, confirming the workers' grim discovery to be human remains, a situation unlike any they had encountered before. Encased not in a simple burial shroud, but in an elaborate iron coffin, was the mummified body of a woman dressed in century-old attire, her presence a mystery from the past. The case quickly escalated to the office of the chief medical examiner, where forensic expert Scott Warish was brought in. Warish, known for his expertise in unusual and historical cases, recognized the significance of the iron coffin, pinpointing the burial to approximately 150 years prior. The discovery offered a unique glimpse into the past, with the woman's attire and the distinctive coffin suggesting her societal status and the era she came from. As the forensic team delved deeper, the markings on the woman's skin suggested a historical epidemic, smallpox. This revelation necessitated a cautious approach, prompting involvement from the Centers for Disease Control to ensure no risk of contagion. The disease, a scourge of the past, had claimed countless lives, and the iron coffin's timeline coincided with one of New York's many outbreaks. With the threat of disease ruled out, the focus shifted to uncovering the identity of the woman in the iron coffin. The investigation employed modern technology, including the 3D virtual reconstruction by retired professor and mummy specialist Jerry Conlock, offering clues to her age and the disease that claimed her life. The detailed study of her remains, combined with historical records, aimed to piece together her story, transforming a chance discovery into a poignant connection to New York's past. This venture into forensic and historical detective work underlines the enduring mysteries that lie beneath the surface of our modern cities, waiting to be uncovered by the most unsuspecting of discoverers. The utilization of an iron coffin for eternal rest was a luxury afforded by the affluent, underscoring the importance of the individual laid to rest within its confines. Such burial receptacles were so prestigious that Dolly Madison, a former First Lady, was interred in one. The inception of these metal caskets was born from necessity when Almond Dumber Fisk decided to invent them following the death of his brother far from home. Fisk went on to patent this innovation, though it never achieved widespread popularity. This raises the question of how this young woman came to be buried in such a distinctive and rare coffin. To delve deeper into her background, investigators turned to examining her teeth, which held significant clues. The high levels of lead detected suggested her upbringing in an urban setting, a hallmark of the industrial era of the early 19th century. With this clue, the search for her identity led to historical records of Queens in 1850, a period when it was split into the cities of Flushing and Newtown. The young woman's final resting place was identified along Dutch Lane, adjacent to the site of a significant African-American church in Newtown, indicating her possible connection to the expanding Black community there during the 1850s. In their quest to uncover her identity, the investigators sifted through the first census that recorded African-American names, despite their disenfranchisement. From a list of 33 potential matches, they zeroed in on Martha Peterson, a 26-year-old, as the likely individual in the iron coffin. This era marked New York's gradual shift from slavery to freedom, and records showed Martha Peterson lived freely. Interestingly, she resided with William Raymond, who was both the brother-in-law and business associate of Almond Dumber Fisk, the inventor of the iron coffin. This connection shed light on the mystery surrounding the young woman's burial in such a unique coffin and offered insights into the closely knit and devout community she was part of. The investigation into her identity not only solved the puzzle of the girl in the iron coffin, but also painted a vivid picture of the social and historical context of New York in the mid-19th century. Martha's story illuminated the history of the African American community she was part of, a community often overlooked and forgotten in historical narratives. Her discovery and identification brought to light the stories of countless individuals whose lives and contributions were overshadowed by the era's prevailing attitudes. Recognizing Martha's significance, it was unanimously decided that she should be honored with a dignified reburial. The investigators reached out to Street Mark's African Methodist Episcopal Church, which had historical ties to the area where Martha was originally buried. The church, keen on acknowledging and celebrating this link to their heritage, provided a dignified mahogany casket for Martha's remains and organized a ceremony to commemorate her life. Pastor Kimberly L. Dether emphasized the congregation's intent to treat Martha with the highest respect and to honor her memory as a valued individual within their community. Yet the investigators felt a personal connection to Martha and were compelled to bring her story full circle by giving her a face that her contemporary community could relate to. They enlisted the help of forensic reconstruction technology to create a visual representation of Martha as she might have appeared in life. By reconstructing her facial features based on the skeletal analysis, they were able to share with the world a tangible connection to a woman whose life story bridges the gap between past and present. This visual representation of Martha Peterson serves as a powerful reminder that behind every historical record lies a human story, rich with personal experiences and contributions to the fabric of society. Her reconstructed image stands as a tribute to her life and as an emblem of the broader narrative of African American history. Thank you for engaging with this story. Remember to acknowledge and celebrate the diverse histories that compose our shared past. Don't forget to show your support by liking and subscribing for more insightful content.